Hi there, this is Dr. Mort Orman, and I want to continue our discussion this week about what we can learn about dealing with stress from the Apprentice reality TV show that first appeared in 2004 and ran up until just recently with a total of 14 seasons. And I mentioned in the first video in this series that one of the predominant features of the Apprentice TV show was how it was all built around, each episode was built around a specific problem or challenge that the contestants needed to solve. And that really relates to us in our own lives and how we deal with stress, because stress is nothing more than a word we use to stand for problems or challenges that we have to face. So there's an exact sort of corollary between the setup of the Apprentice TV show and what we go through in our own lives in terms of dealing with stress. And it's all about resolving problems, preventing problems, dealing with problems, and figuring out how to do that in the best and most effective ways. The second aspect that I want to highlight today of the show is that another predominant feature is the fact that you have teams. You have two teams that are faced with the same problem or challenge each episode. And the reason why I focus on that and bring that aspect of the show out in terms of how we deal with stress is that it highlights the importance of having support and having your own team to help you deal with stressful problems in life that you encounter. Unfortunately, what I see is most people make the mistake when they're dealing with stressful problems in life of trying to work them out on their own, struggling to work them out on their own. And even when they're not being successful, they continue to try to work them out on their own. I don't know why we do that. There are probably reasons for it. Maybe we're too proud to ask for help. Maybe we're embarrassed to let people know we're not able to solve our problems on our own. Who knows what the reason is? The fact of the matter is that we don't function very often in the best way possible to help us solve our problems. And that's one of the reasons why we continue to struggle with stress when in many cases we don't have to. So that's the second aspect of this reality TV show that's based on business people doing business tasks that actually can relate in many ways to our own lives and our own stressful problems. It doesn't matter whether you're having anxiety problems or anger problems or relationship problems or financial problems or any other type of problem in your life. If you're having any of those problems, the question I would ask you is, who's on your team? Who's providing you support? Who's helping you? Whose expertise are you tapping to be able to deal with those problems effectively? Because if you're trying to do it on your own, the chances are very high that you're either not going to succeed at all and continue to suffer from stress, or you're not going to succeed as well as you could. And The Apprentice is all about that. The contestants are divided into two teams, and the teams get the problem and they go to work and they spend an entire week meshing together as a team, drawing on each other's expertise and skills and capabilities to produce the best possible outcome that group can produce, and hopefully better than the opposing group. And that same skill set or that same dynamic is often what we need to do to deal with stress effectively. So again, I ask you, who's on your team? I've often functioned as a teammate for people struggling with their stress. They've called upon me to help give them insights, to help give them coaching, to help direct their attention to where it needs to be, what they need to focus on, what's causing their particular problems that they may not be able to see. And I can provide tremendous value for them and for you, anyone listening to this video, if you're open to it. And if you recognize the importance of having people that you can pair up with or get on your side that can help you deal with whatever difficult, stressful problems you may be struggling with. So that's the second video in this series. Tomorrow we'll talk about another aspect of the Apprentice TV show that has a great deal to do with how we can most effectively deal with our stress. Talk to you next time.